welcome back to Great Pun Resolutions. My name is Richard Cohen. Last time we explored the power of fairness in conflict resolution. Today, I brought some of the tools of the trade to help us understand how to employ it. It's good stuff. First, an illustrative story. I was recently approached by a professional services firm, which I'll call Peachtree, to help them negotiate their fee with their biggest client. The Peachtree partner and her staff worked full-time for the client, and they considered her a key part of their top team. But when Peachtree quoted their fee for the upcoming year, which included just a modest increase for inflation, the client pushed back. They claimed they were having a tough year, they couldn't justify the expense, even that the fee for the Peachtree partner was greater than the salary of some of their C-suite people. Now, to employ fairness when you disagree, first identify objective, independent standards that both you and your counterpart might consider fair. Things like market value, relevant laws, past practice, industry standards, precedents. We call these fair or legitimate criteria, and that's what we did. Now, of course, the fact that the client had paid a comparable fee to Peachtree for years was one such standard. To find another, we used our network to survey corporations who had teams of people that provided similar services internally. As it turned out, if anything, Peachtree was a deal. There was no way the client was going to be able to replicate the services Peachtree provided for much less money. So we created a spreadsheet of this data for the client's benefit. Now, once you have standards you like, and this comes straight from the classic getting to yes, you can use them as a sword to assert yourself. Look, we want to come up with something that's fair and feels right to both of us. Of course, our fees for next year are virtually identical to what you've been paying us for years. In addition, we did some research and found out that if you were to hire a team internally to perform similar services to what we provide, even then you'd have to pay what you're paying us or more. Take a look at this. Or as a shield to defend yourself from the unfair demands of your counterpart. Look, we've appreciated our long-term relationship and we feel like we've created great value together. But given the data that we've showed you, help me understand how reducing our fees at this point is fair. Otherwise, I don't know how we're going to be able to continue to work with you. Engaging your counterpart in a search for a solution that's fair is very hard to resist. With Peachtree, because our standards were so compelling, and also because their alternatives were so weak, see a previous post for more about alternatives, the client agreed to pay Peachtree's fee without further discussion after the meeting. Of course, what's fair is in the eyes of the beholder, and so we may have to negotiate over which legitimate standards are most relevant and acceptable. But deciding that is easier than negotiating over my position versus your position, my arbitrary figure versus your number. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll use legitimate standards when you negotiate, and if you do, please let me know how it goes. I always love hearing from you. Thanks for watching. Yes, this is my go-to shield. It's simple, it's strong, yet I feel like it still makes me approachable. It's also very versatile. I can wear a pair of slacks and a button-down shirt, or I can just throw on a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. For more formal negotiations, of course, I use a dressier shield.